This right here is an update to what we originally reported in our last video. Yella Beezy has been officially arrested, this time tied directly to the murder for hire plot that led to Mo'3's death. According to police, Beezy was the one who allegedly put the money up, making him the mastermind behind the hit, rather than the one who carried it out. I know a lot of y'all in the comments are trying to stay optimistic last time, hoping things might swing his way. But let's be real. It's not looking good for Yella Beezy right now. I don't think he's going to be a free man anytime soon again. This wasn't a case that just came out of nowhere. This arrest has been years in the making. They've been building this case slowly, and now it's all catching up.
This is an arrest, years in the making. Rapper Marquise Conway, known as Yella Beezy, charged with capital murder in connection to the shooting death of Melvin Noble.
Now, I know everybody's been wondering the same thing. It's been 4 whole years. They already snatched 2 dudes up for the murder of Mo'3. So what made them spin the block and come back and get Yella Beezy? Well, here's the play. It all circles back to him getting too comfortable and doing what most people do in that situation. Hang out with crash dummies? Beezy ain't pulled the trigger himself, but instead of moving smart, he outsources to one of the worst options possible. A dude named Banzo Bling. Now let me keep it a buck. Banzo Bling's that one dude in the friend group that nobody likes, but you always keep him around because somebody feels bad for him, always in the mix, always talking, but as soon as he hits the group chat, nobody texts back unless he gets an accidental double tap. Beezy really put his freedom in the hands of that dude. Banzo wasn't on no strategic timing either. This man caught a body just so he could throw money up on Instagram like he hit the lotto. Not to help his mama, not to move out the hood, nah. Just to be noticed. This is what happens when you let unserious people in on serious moves. He had no code, no sense, and definitely no loyalty. That's why everything's unraveling now. And the wild part? Turns out Banzo has a whole bunch of off-brand wild tendencies that I don't even want to dive into too much. But all of these things made him a liability. Beezy was either too cocky or too careless, but either way, he surrounded himself with somebody who can take down his whole entire operation just to feel important one day.
Mo'3 killer was already on bond for shooting his transgender boyfriend. Y'all think I'm just talking, don't you?
And when this news came out, broke the internet. He definitely graduated summa cum laude of bad decisions. Out of all the people to send, y'all sent Buddy who be taking chocolate showers and playing around back doors? Y'all sent him to handle a real one like Mo'3? That's who you put on the mission? Nah, for real. Where was all the solid folks at? They must have been on PTO or something. Everybody with a brain was busy that day? This is what happens when you surround yourself with clowns and call it a circus. Somebody gonna drop the ball every time. Now let's keep it real. The internet's gonna paint this wild picture like he was in there living his best life, like jail was a vacation or something. But that's just noise. The truth? Jail is jail, homie. No matter who you are or what you're into, you're in there left with your thoughts. And when the outside support dries up, it hit different. See, at first Kiwan White wasn't talking. He was holding it down. But fast forward 4 years, no lawyer, no commissary, and no real love coming through. And let's not forget, Mo'3 was respected. So being tied to that situation didn't make Kiwan no hero in there. He wasn't feared, he wasn't respected, he was labeled a goofy. And when all that pressure started closing in, survival kicked in. That's when he flipped. Reports say he's been cooperating for a minute now, not just some light snitching. He became a key piece of the case. Kiwan gave the police recorded phone calls, wire transfers, and conversations leading up to the hit. It's even rumored he testified in front of the grand jury, in person, to help get Yella Beezy indicted. And this wasn't random. He knew the phone was wiretapped. It wasn't no trick. The phone was given to him by the police. They played it smart, let him do the talking, and Kiwan, he played right into it. He had combos with multiple people, including Yella Beezy, where they talked about money, wires, and details connected to the murder. And the cops got all of that. Phone calls, bank records, who sent what, where it came from, what it was for. So now after 4 years of not having enough to press charges, Kiwan White hands them everything they needed. Beezy gets indicted, all off a phone and a dude that folded under the weight. And that's what I keep saying. A lot of these dudes not solid. They look the part. They look smart in interviews. Got that cool, calm, wise energy when the camera's on. But as soon as the lights off and them years start stacking up, they crack over a jail phone. Not even the main line. A phone snuck in and handed over by COs working with the feds. And you still talking? Bro, even my 5-year-old nephew knows better than that. That's the difference between really being solid and just playing the part.
I did want to ask this is, you barely acknowledged it. You barely ever had anything to say about it, but there was a lot of tension, at least on records or people talking online, between you and Mo'3. Now that he's passed, how do you view all that? Like, are you able to admit that he was, you know, an important factor in the city for that period of time, or is it still just, you can't say anything?
Nah, I ain't never had no tension with nobody.
Right.
That was it.
Right.
I ain't never been no tension with nobody.
Look at this guy. I saw you give Vlad an answer like that at one point too.
I'm serious. I don't have a problem with people.
Right.
He ain't had no problem with me.
Dallas creates a lot of gangsters because I was actually looking back at my old interview with him and I said basically the same thing to him. Basically didn't say shit. So
Yeah,
respect.
Ain't never been none.
Definitely. But I don't know. Okay. Another person I wanted to ask you about from Texas, I wanted to get your thoughts on him. How you feel about the rise of Charleston White?
Man, that nigga. Bro he doing him. He doing him, man. You know, he doing him.
Man, the funny part is these dudes are really trying to move like they're the mob, right? Whole time studying the look, the mannerisms, how to do their little slick answers, thinking they're playing a game of chess, when really, they're just playing checkers. The heat with that fake confused look. Wait, he died? I ain't even know, bro. That's crazy. I never even heard. I don't even remember that day. What was I doing? Like, bro, you practice that in the mirror. Stop playing. You not fooling nobody. Yella Beezy was out here on his fake best Don Corleone timing, acting clueless he was above it. He knew nothing about nothing. Acting clueless he was above it all. He knew nothing about nothing. But let's keep it G. How you study everything about the Mafia except how to stay out the Fed's way. You mimic the suits, the hand gestures, the mannerisms, but you ain't learn how them boys move clean. You ain't pick up the game on how to keep your name off paperwork, how to move through people who move through people. None of that. The mob had the game so tight, the police had to create a whole new law just to get them. RICO wasn't even a thing until they had to figure out a way to tie these strings together. Meanwhile, you're out here hiring crash outs and Wi-Fi demons who will catch a body for some tighter Miris and an eighth of za. That's who you sent to handle real business? Come on, man. Beezy had to be desperate. Ain't no way you trust a goofy like that with your whole future. Now look, there is one little W in this whole mess. Beezy got a bond. They gave him a $2 million bond, actually. Let's keep it funky. I don't think Beezy got that 10%, bruh. I don't see 200,000 laying around from him. He ain't had no real hit since maybe 2019. So unless somebody putting up houses, auntie co-signing, or he know a bail bondsman with a good heart, he's sitting down. And don't get it twisted. I'm not picking sides in this Mo'3 Beezy situation. I ain't here to hate. He innocent until proven guilty. But if you ask me, he guilty, Your Honor. But I'm gonna let the courts do what it do. If he comes up with the bond and post bail, cool, do what you do. I salute you if you got it, but I think bro ain't got it. So it's looking more like a Bobby Schmurder situation without the comeback tour. And instead of doing 7 years and coming home to welcome parties, Beezy gonna be sitting down for life. And if you're still watching this video, click right here to see what happened to Sauce Walker and his artist Say So P in Memphis and why we need prayers up for him. Also, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share to be aware, put me in that algorithm because I need to be there, man. Because I know there's 10 other streamers out there doing it like me, but fuck that little 10. I'm maxed out.